Hey, how's everybody going? You got Lord Grinsfer here, and we got a good treat for you today. I am a huge Souls fan, and I love Elden Ring. And I thought I'd do a quick, little Let's Play here, go through, and nothing fancy. I mean, I may use some guides to help me. I may use some tricks and treats to get through what I want to do. But I want to play, I want to play some for you, and I think I'm going to do a Let's Play here, and we're going to see how it works. And I want to go ahead and start here from the opening screen. We are going to go ahead and select New Game. I am playing on PC, by the way, just so you know. Right here, we're at the select character screen. Gonna go ahead and hit F, which is gonna bring up all the individual stats. We'll talk about all the individual characters here before I go ahead and, I mean, I already know what I'm going to do, but I want to let you guys know. You got the Vagabond here, which is kind of like uh, the Paladin, the Knight type player. You start out at level 9 with Vigor of 15, Mind of 10, Endurance of 11, Strength 14, 13 Dex, 9 Int, 9 Faith, and 7 Arcane. You start with a sword, a halberd, a shield. And you got the warrior, you got the hero, you got the bandit, you got the astrologer, you got the prophet, you got the samurai, and you got, the prisoner and the confessor. Confessor is really one of my favorite classes. They're starting classes. They're more the faith paladin type. And you got the wretch who literally starts out at level 1 and has nothing. What we're going to do, we are actually going to start out with the astrologer because I am going to make this character mainly a spellcaster. They go ahead and they start out at level 6 with Vigor of 9, Mind of 15, which is really nice, gives you a lot of FP, or for most of you gamers out there, you're going to call it mana. Endurance of 9, which allows you carry strength. Also, how many spells you can cast in a row before you run out of juice. Strength of 8, Dexterity of 12, Intelligence of 16, which is very much going to come in handy being a spellcaster, Faith of 7, and Arcane of 9. So we're going to go ahead and start off with this class. Now, on top of this, I already have a uh, person I start with. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to back out of here. I want to do detail appearance, but I want to load a favorite, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to load this body right here. This is one I created. I kind of like using it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to back out, and I think I'm going to change his face a little bit. I think I'm going to give him a little bit more facial hair. So we're going to go ahead and start with the name here. I did a poll with some of my buddies and friends, and we came up with Azram Wormwood as the name. We're going to go with Azram Woodward. Wormwood. Age, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go mature. Stay mature. For the keepsake, you have many options. You can go to Medallion, which is going to raise your health. Lands between Rune. Uh, Golden Seed, Fanged Passage, which is an ash. We'll get into that as we go. Crackpot allows you to create throwing things. Stone's Word Key allows you to open up things. Bewitching Branch, Boiled Prawn, Sabriri's Woe. I am actually going to go with a Stone Sword Key. Stone Sword Key. One of my favorite YouTubers and creators I watch is a gentleman named Fighting Cowboy, and he always calls him Stone Ward, Stone Sword Key. So we're going to go ahead and start with that one. Now for the detailed appearance, like I said, I am going to change. Maybe I'm not going to change this. Let me see. Let me go facial hair. That's what I was looking at. Again, no, I don't want to go with the beard. So I have that one. Just some stubble. No, I'm wrong. I am going to go with that. I am going to give him just a small beard. I want to go with the big beard. No, not the big one. Yeah, we're going to go with that one right there. So that looks good. Anything else, I'm pretty much going to leave the same. I'm going to go ahead and back out there, leave all this the way it is. Back another step. This is exactly how I want them to look. We're going to finish. We're going to go ahead and jump right on in. Uh, Again, like I said, I am a huge Souls fan. I love Souls. I think it's one of my favorite games of all time. I do ask for punishment for those of you who are a Souls fan who have played 1, 2, 3, Sekiro, or some of the others. And Elden Ring, you do know probably one of the harder games out there, but I'm just gonna go with it. We're gonna run with it. So, okay. Um, go ahead and let this play so those of you who haven't seen it can see it. Going to try to keep these to 30 minutes apiece. I'm short and sweet for you guys.
Demigods, the shards of the Elden, the taint of their newfound strength, triggered the shattering. A war from which no law is. A war leading to abandonment by the greater. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead, who yet live. The call of long lost grace speaks to us all. For alone, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever brilliant Goldmask, here, deathbed companion, a loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing. And one whom grace would again bless, a tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between, to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Okay, here we go. Starting out. Start, like I said, we are starting out as the astrologer. So we're going to go ahead and come over here. For those of you who haven't played, go ahead and watch. You're going to see this little bright ball here. This is things that we can pick up and collect. The different colors kind of means different importance. Purple tends to be kind of rather important. Grab it. Go ahead and got the tarnished weazened finger. I know I said that wrong. So we're going to go ahead and come out of here. Now, something some of you who have played this game know and some of you who don't is when you go ahead and start here, it is a beautiful, beautiful game. Look at that. Look at the Elden Tree. Graphics on this game is phenomenal. And for someone else that you guys might know, the gentleman who went together with the creator of software or from start and created this game is George R. R. Martin. writer and creator of Game of Thrones, and a professor at a school that I attended at one point. So got to cool that. If you're playing online, you also get to see these cool little notes like this when you go up to it. It says read message. You go down. No shit, it's down. Some of them tell you where hidden doors are and all kinds of stuff, but those are people within the game who create them themselves. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of this now so I don't have it up there. R will remove it. I'll explain what that is as we go, but you don't need to know what that is right now. So as we're going, like I said, we got our spells equipment wise starting is we got our staff, we have a short sword, we have a shield, and then we have our hood, our robe, our gloves, and our trousers slash boots. Now, this is where they are. If you look over here in this corner, I can't really show you. I'll bring it up though. You can see Glintstone Pebble is our spell. We got our staff and our shield. If you hit E and left click, you're going to two-hand your shield. E and left click again. Brings it back out. E and right click means you just have your shield by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that out. And see, there's our two spells, Glintstone Pebble, Glintstone Arc. I have it set on my wheel. Up on my roll changes my spells. Down on my wheel will change whatever I have stored. Down there, I don't have anything right now. If I was to hold control and scroll up or scroll down, it's going to change what is in my main hand and my offhand. Right there, as you can see, I now have my sword on. If I bring it back, I'll have my sword and shield. Actually, I want my staff, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that back out. So you're going to be like, oh, awesome, yay. You're going to come up here, and right as you start, you're going to run into somebody who's going to, no matter what you do, he's going to whip your ass. I'm going to be a smart aleck and try to attack him. It doesn't mean anything. You're supposed to lose this fight, just so you know. Most people, to be a smart aleck, like I do a lot of times, I'll just run over here, kamikaze myself off the cliff, because, like I said, you're going to lose. It doesn't really matter. This is just very beginning, very little, you know, you're supposed to walk into it and go, oh my God, what's this? Well, guess what? I mean, you're not supposed to win there. You're supposed to lose. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Here's another little cutscene coming up. I'm going to sit back and be quiet and let you guys watch it.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring, even if it does violate the Golden Order.
It's been a while. I almost forgot what these opening videos were like. I haven't watched, actually, time to watch them in a long time. Actually, rather enjoyed them. Give a little shout out here to the city of New Orleans. For those of you who know me personally, I did just spend last 6 days in New Orleans, and it was a fabulous time. Spent some quality time around the city, seeing some old sites. Also spent some time on Bourbon Street. Shout out to a club down there called the Tin Roof, as well as the Cat's Meow #2. Okay, what we got here is we got Flask of Crimson Tears. For those of you who are gamers who may not have played Elden Rings, basically healing. A flask of cerulean tears, which is basically for this game, it's called FP, focus points. It's mana for all general purposes. This is where somebody, if you, like I was saying earlier, you look down the left-hand corner. There was nothing in that box before, but now the way I have mine set up on my key bindings, that will scroll through them so you can see the different kinds. You can go ahead and allocate them where different ones give you different stuff. Cave of Knowledge, jump down the hole ahead and you will find a Cave of Knowledge. There you can learn more about the game controls and basic actions as well as other tips that may be helpful during your adventures of the lands between. Now, I want to give you guys a heads up right now. This is not going to be a platinum walkthrough. I'm not going to get everything. I'm not going to do every possible little thing in a game. I have my platinum achievement. It was long and painful and hurt, but I got it. Um, just gonna play through, and like I said, I'm gonna make this guy spellcaster. I am gonna grab some other stuff in case we want to alter things down the road, but mainly I'm gonna play him as a spellcaster. Not exactly a spell sword because I'm not gonna lean heavily on the melee weapon or the casting melee weapon you can get, which I will target, but I'm gonna lean probably 70-30 on caster spell sword build. So, but from here we're gonna go ahead and jump down. I forgot to jump, I just fell off. But again, I am gonna, even though this isn't, I don't want this a platinum or anything like that. I'm gonna go through and tell you the important things for those of you who haven't played, who want to know. Uh, we're coming up on something called a grace. This is where you can go ahead and race. Like I said, sites of grace. Resting at a site of grace, you'll restore HP, FP, and cleanse any status elements. It will also refill your sacred flasks. However, most of the enemies you've defeated will be revived. That's not, say 90% of the enemies you fought, unless they're a really very specific one. I mean, there'll be places we go to up in here in Stormvale Castle. There's this one, a really annoying guy, lots of arms. He's down on the floor. We're going to kill him. Luckily, he doesn't come back. Most generally, other people do. You can find sites of grace in a lot of places you look. We will run into a lot of them. Just so you know, uh, I have written out the first 17 things I want to do. You know, blah blah blah. We've already did it. We already did the astrologer. This is the first grace we're getting. Just how I would like to start. But once we get through this, then I'm just gonna wing it and have fun and play it how it comes. So we're gonna go to this first site of grace. We are going to rest at it. Now, right now, I just learned it. We can teleport back to these. Now, you can also, once you do, you can rest at the site of grace. Now, resting at the site of grace is different. That's where it refills your hit points, your focus points, gets rid of your elements that's on you, and all that type of stuff. Now, here, since we already went ahead and I showed you we got those flasks, we're going to allocate. We are a spellcaster. So, like I said, with this menu, you can allocate the number of uses in each of your flasks. Um, we are going to spread them. It's like I said, since we're a spelly, right now I'm going to go one health, three mana. We'll go that way to start with. And then here when you add flash, you can add flash to it. If you get enough golden seeds, again, I'll get to that. You'll get things called, you'll get other things that allow you to have your flasks give you more health and more mana. You can allocate. You can go ahead and get out here. And there's also things you called memorize spells. This isn't going to be anything for us now because we only have 2 spell slots, but right now we have Glintstone Pebble, Glintstone Arc. Pebble's going to be your basically one-on-one attack. Arc is going to be your AoE type attack. It's going to throw out a big arc that spreads out. It's going to be your group nuke early in the game. Sword chest is just from here. You can go ahead and move stuff around. Like if we didn't want any of these things, we could throw them over in the chest. You got your tools, your ashes, your crafting, and everything down the road. We'll get to those as we get to those. We're going to leave. We're going to go ahead and move on. I know it's a little dark. Sorry. We will be getting a torch very soon. And shortly after that, we'll be getting a lantern. Again, I'll explain what those are as we go. Here's our first target. Q resets camera or locks on. Or in my case, the better way of doing it is I like pushing the middle scroll button. I've set up to where it does that. Here, going to go ahead and see right click brings up the shield. Left click is the one we want. Left click is going to attack. And yeah, this early in the game, you're going to one-shot most things. I know it's telling us, I sport the Corsair Scimitar mouse, so I have 2 buttons on the side. That's why you are seeing 8 over there. You will not, you will not see that right away. And I killed that spar guy by accident. 8, like I said, is going to be the normal attack. I also have it set up to left mouse click, only because there are certain weapons I'm going to be getting later that I'm going to show you that do interesting things. So guarding is up. We'll go ahead and guard with this guy. I'll show you, right mouse click. Well, you can dodge too. For me, I have it as the space bar. It's my dodge. I'm going to go ahead and block, attack him. Actually, to do that, I'm going to bring out my sword. I want to show you block counter attack with sword, even though, like I said, we're not going to be playing melee and very little spell sword, but it's always good to know. Oh, wait, no. Got to kill this guy up there. Range guy. Pick him off with your spells. A little too far away, like I said, a little too far away for our spell to hit him. Scoot in a little bit. There we go. Second shot. Took him out. Normally, you're going to want to take him out with either a spell or a bow if your class starts with a bow. Otherwise, within the game, you're going to want to use throwing daggers, stuff like that. We don't have any of those yet. So right now, we just use that. Okay, let me go back to my sword so I can show you block counterattack, which is a very good way to play this game. I actually have all 10 of my character slots taken up. I have a couple characters that are, I call them shield pokies, where you just hold your shield and you can poke. Can't do it this class though. Now, okay, so we're going to watch him. I know, wield armor. There we go. We're going to block him. Come on, hit me. Of course, he's not going to hit me. Okay, we're just going to whack him. Oh, sure. Now he hits me. You know what, guy? I hate you. We're just going to eat your lunch. And I am out of mana, as you see, right below my health bar. It is out, so I'm going to go ahead and take a cerulean flask to refill my FP. Now this guy, if I remember right, he will hit me. So let's see, we want to attack. I forgot the counterattack. Well, counterattack with this guy. Hit, shift. There we go. See, that's the block counterattack right there. Again, I'm going to go back. Actually, they want us to backstab coming up, so I will go ahead and leave the sword out. This guy, skills. Okay. What we do here is you have skills available. With the shield, it's going to be parry. I'm going to bring out just a sword and we'll watch. See, kick. See, kick is a special attack that's attached to this sword. So we're going to come back, block. I'm going to hold shift because when he hits, counter attack. See, and that is a powerful attack, especially if you're melee. Now coming up, they're going to want us to crouch, which for me on my key bindings is going to be X. I'm going to crouch up behind this guy. I'm going to middle mouse button. I'm going to focus on him and then sneak attack critical. Those are always criticals. You want to watch out for, like you'll see down here, it says physical 102 plus 10. Down below it says critical 100. You'll get some. There are some swords that we're going to get coming up that's going to have 110 critical. Rapiers, I believe, tend to be 130% critical. So, no, since we already went and did him, I'm going to go back to my staff, which is going to be my main weapon anyway. Come on. Okay, so now we're going to do there. Sprint for me, I got is spacebar, but you can have a change. So we're going to focus on him. Some enemies a little stronger, like him. It's going to take 3 whacks. Okay, we're going to get over here. And now this is a stake of America. This means you're going to come up on a boss or something fancy. If you die, it'll allow you to respawn here. Unfortunately, since this is going to be the tutorial boss, it does not. It'll make us go all the way back through again. But for giggles, I'm going to go ahead and fill my health up. I'm going to fill my FP back up. We're going to come in here. We're going to get our first little guy. He's not really very fancy, but what it is it's the strongest guy we've seen so far. I'm going to focus on him. Yeah, I know. I already told him about guard counters. Being a spellcaster and our health and stuff, if he was to get to us, we would probably get 1 or 2 shotted. So you're going to want to do your best to take him down as soon as you can. Oh, there we go. Like I said, that was our first little tutorial mini boss, just to show us what to do. Gonna come over here again. Like I said, you're gonna see this. You're gonna want to grab it, and this gives us a new emote, strength. You're gonna want to jump down from here. If you double click forward when you jump, you will roll. That is dodge. Again, I'll get to it later. A lot of these things, when you're going down um, caves and shafts and stuff, you're gonna want to roll over the edges, get special stuff that's not on the elevators to take you up and down. Okay, so here we're gonna go ahead and get another side of grace. Now, I told you I grabbed that stone sword key to start the game. That is what these go for. They go for these little guys right here. You can put them in there. See, it says use no more key. Now, unfortunately for this one, no. No, 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 no. You don't use it now. You will die. You will die a lot. This is not meant for somebody our level. So you're going to come over here, grab more stuff. That's going to give you the cooperative multiplayer finger. This is going to allow you to co-op with people, and you get to tarnish furlong finger. It's going to allow you to co-op and play with others. Now, one word of advice. PvP in this game is naturally turned off. Nobody's going to come into your game and gank you or anything like that. But on the flip side of that, if you co-op and you invite somebody to come play with you, and come play with your friends, just know that if you've co-oped and you're letting your friends come play with you, now you're open for somebody to invade your game and kill you. It's just part of it. I mean, it's give and take. You just got to accept that. So PvP is naturally turned off. You will get invaded by NPC adversaries, but you will not get invaded by another player unless you have that turned on. Oh, and like you just showed there, I'm just hitting E is how is your collect button. I'm just collecting row of fruit, just stuff around. Here it is. This is your summoning pool. This is what it is. If you turn these on where you're at, it allows you to co-op. So here, another side of grace. You see, I've gotten first steps 1 and 2 on my how we're going to start this done. Like I said, I'm an old football coach. I'm a football guy. I've scripted the first 17 things I want to do, post that. Hey, we're just going to play it by ear after that. This gentleman is named Var. You're going to want to talk to him.
Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the round table hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity. Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of
This is a little
hope
tip while he's talking.
for
Always
even
exhaust
the
everybody's
maidenless.
communication. Always run through every possible thing they can say when you talk to somebody.
Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace, the golden light that gives life to you, tarnished? You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed, grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you, tarnished, to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
Okay.
Grace's guidance to castles, the home of the decrepit demigod
Godric the
Godric
Grafted.
Grafted.
He's one ugly motherfucker.
It's time you set off, I
See,
should think.
I think we ran through his things. Now he's telling us, hey, you're
Stormhold,
done. Why don't
if
you get out of
you
here?
seek
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and run off. Now what we're going to do next is I am going to make a beeline for that kind of building you see up there in the distance. It's a church. You'll see this gentleman in front of us on this horse. Again, he'll hurt you. Yeah, he'll hurt you bad. So he's not somebody I would recommend dealing with right now. We're going to come back for him later. So let's see. Anytime you run across anything you might want to pick up, go ahead and grab it. Like over here, you'll see this stuff and grab. Just grabbing it to be good. Come over here. Now, every time you start, there will always be a shiny right in front of this pole. It is a rune you can pick up right there. See, golden rune 2. What they'll do is runes is what gives you the ability to level up, to buy things, and such and such. Right now, if I go to equipment, it's going to tell us I have 604 runes held. what I'm going to do now is I'm going into inventory. And this is nice. I have it set up to where, excuse me, didn't mean to cough. Anything new in my inventory is going to show up with an exclamation point. This is, you got to go into settings. I'll actually show you right now where you do that. It just shows you everything new. But here it tells me I have one. I'm going to go ahead and use it. Crush it against my chest. It's going to give me an extra 400 runes. I now have 1,004. But where you get to where I just was is you go to system and you go, is it system? Let's see, settings. Yeah, right here. Under there, you go, like I got blood on, subtitles on, how to auto, so da da. Down here, mark new items. Yes. Show recent items tab. Yes, this is what's going to show us the individual things. If you were playing on PC, sometimes when you first devise your game, it is set up for controller, not mouse and keyboard. This is what you got to come in here. You'll come down here to settings and you'll switch it to keyboard and mouse. So you can say gamepad, keyboard and mouse. You're going to want it on keyboard and mouse. Look at below, it says QFG for keyboard and mouse. Switch here, now it says B, Y, and square. You're going to want to make sure you got it on keyboard and mouse so your controls are what they should be. Like I said before, I got my key bindings set differently. You can set these up however you want, go on however you feel comfortable. It is a personal choice. So I think for this first episode, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab this, which is allows us to improve our weapons. But the most important thing is we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk to him.
But I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Carly, purveyor of fine goods.
You are going to run into a bunch of these salesmen around the world. And just for giggles, if you're not familiar, you don't know what to do, ask them for a recommendation.
If you can spare the rooms, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all.
Okay. About Kelly, talk about himself.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself. You keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
Okay. Now in here, we're going to go ahead and purchase. And now one thing you definitely, absolutely, positively want to buy from this person in the beginning, no matter what you do, is you want a crafting kit. If you hit R, it's going to tell you what it is. Leather bite containing a pestle and mortar, small blade, and various other goods. Enables item crafting from the main menu. Yes, this is always purchase number one. Hands down. You're going to get that. That costs 300 runes. Secondly, I would produce a torch. As you saw when we were going through that cave, it was pretty dark. You can go ahead and get a torch. It's 200 runes. It will hang on your back. Other things I highly recommend. I always recommend getting cookbooks. Like if you hit R, this cookbook allows you to create a bone arrow fletched, which means it has feathers on it so it flies better, and a bone bow. This one allows you to create a glowstone, invigorating cured meat, and invigorating white cured meat. Glowstones are nice because they're shiny little stones. Some of these caves and things we're going to go into can get quite confusing. You want to throw one of these down on the ground so you know where you've been, what you're doing. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and get this one first. Like I said, now I only have 4 runes left. Buy all kinds of things from them, like throwing daggers. Telescope allows you to see further into the distance. For your carving finger, it allows you to co-op to people. Yes, if you want to co-op, you have to have one of these. This cookbook's good. It allows you to do holy water pots, as long as roped holy water pots, which is you use these crack pots for to create stuff. You can get coin chafe, armor, all kinds of things. These down here, if you're not familiar with the game, I recommend getting them. What they do is they give you little information about where things are, where to go, what to do. If you're following me, I'll try to hit some of them. There's a gentleman out there named Fighting Cowboy. He has an amazing walkthrough. I believe it is 82 videos long. If you want to literally do platinum, which I should have followed him when I did my platinum, it would have made my life a lot easier. Follow him. He literally does everything in the game. And he tells you, oh, go ahead and purchase these, but you don't have to. I'm going to show you where they're at. Me, I'm going to show you where some of them are. Like I said, this isn't a platinum. It's not a full 100% walkthrough. I'm just going to play with you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here.
My warning to heart.
I am too. Thank you for selling it to me, sir. Okay, now from here, see item crafting. What I'm going to do, containers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. So I'm going to show you item crafting. This is what we were just talking about. Now from the books we bought, from what we learned, we can do fruit, which is going to feed our a creature we're going to get here in a second. I'm not going to ruin it for you. You can do invigorating meat. Out here, temporary boost robustness. You can do invigorating white clawed meat. Temporary boost robustness. There's the fire pot you can create, the roped fire pot. There's some darts we can create. These are those glowy stones I was telling you about. You can create another glow stone, and then fur carling remedy. You gotta click this. If you hit R, it tells you what you. No. It's F. No. Ah, I guess it doesn't. Yeah, it does. It needs earthly flower. Sorry, I'm dumb. Okay, so we're getting close to 30 minutes, but what I'm gonna do is we're still gonna go further because there are some. There's one other thing I want to do in this episode. And by the way, don't do it. I just almost did. Learn the graces. Stop at them. And rule number 2: this early in the game, you do not want to play in evening, or you do not want to play at nightfall. It says late day here. I always say suggest until you get used to the game. Either do until morning or until noon, because there are specific night bosses and night enemies in this game where this early in the game they will make your life a living hell. So try to play in the morning or afternoon until you get familiar and used to it. So like I said, here we're going to come over here. We're going to pick up some more fruit as we're going. Normally I would kill all these guys along the way, but like I said, I want to pick up an item that's really crucial to the game. So I'm just going to go ahead and run to it. I will kill them along the way and pick up stuff that's real close to the road. But I just, like I said, I want to keep these to 30. We're just now a shade under 31 minutes, so I want to go do what absolutely needs to be done this first episode for you, and then I'll save and we'll jump on to episode 2. Go get some cookeries. I think that's how they're said. I don't know. I'm going to produce lots, or I'm going to pronounce lots and lots of things in this game wrong. Please feel free to laugh at me. It is okay. It's all in fun and games. So let's go. There's another Sick America. I'm going to kill this little thing just because I feel like it. Oh, I changed. That's that AoE that I was talking about. Crap, that is not the spell I wanted. I changed it. Okay. So, see, and when you're marked onto something, no matter where you go, you keep looking at it. Sometimes that can get you in trouble. So, always make sure, unless you mean to be locked on, don't lock on. Because if you try to run away, yeah, you're going to die. Normally, not all the time, just normally. So, here's another stake. Here's another grace. We're going to go ahead and hit this. And the reason I wanted to hit this one this episode is you're going to get to see something really cool in here a second. Go ahead and rest at this grace. And now, here you go. Remember that young lady that saw us at the very beginning when she was with the horse-looking animal?
I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the two fingers, offering guidance and aid to the Tarnish. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree.
And here, always accept. Always. Because if you refuse, guess what? You can't level up.
Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring.
Okay. This is the steed. That horse you
Use
saw in the very
it
beginning that was
to
sniffing us.
traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
I lied, by the way. I just wrote down I have an 18th thing I absolutely want to take care of. Okay, now for her, you're just gonna,
Shall
level
I
up here.
turn your runes to strength? Let my
Again,
hand rest upon you.
you're gonna want to, let her do this. This is how
Forgotten
you level.
Share them
We
with your
do
soul,
not have enough
your
runes.
ambitions.
As you can see, we have 201. We need
principles you
757
would
to
follow.
level. But I was just showing you how you go about doing it. So from here, she's gonna go away for now. Now here, this is a pouch. You can do hotkeys with them. Anything where it's, uh, you know, E and whatever direct additional arrow will do it. What we're going to do is here I'm going to add horse. What we're going to do is here, see, here we go. And now we're on Torrent, our buddy. See, F is going to be double jump. I am going to go grab two things really fast, even though it's night and I told you not to play at night. I'm going to come over and I'm going to grab. If you run over these skulls, it's going to break them automatically and you can pick them up. If you don't, they are a pain in the ass to break with weapons. You can shoot, you can attack from your mount. I'm going to go ahead and take him out. X gets off, jump. I'm going to go ahead and grab this real quick. It is a flail. At the current moment, we do not have the ability to use it, but this is going to come in. It's going to come vitally important because it is going to allow us to do a trick early on, which is to kill well, kind of kill a dragon, which allows us to collect a lot of runes early on. It's a little trick. Uh, you have two sides out here. You have people who say don't farm runes, it's no good, and you have other people that say farm runes. On both sides. Sometimes I'll farm runes, sometimes I won't. Okay, in here we get an Ash of War stump. Then we have to get a whetstone. Whetstones allow us to put Ash of War on our weapons. So it's very, very good. Be prepared. When you come out here, there are going to be people who want to hurt you. So my suggestion is mount up, run to this grace that's just south of where you are, hop off, and rest. So at this point, you're going to want to go from here. Said it's night. Usually don't want to do night, but hey, back over here to the Church of Ella where you bought the crafting kit. And if it does the way it's supposed to, it doesn't always do it right away, but you should open up and there should be a woman sitting right there. Which is what we want.
I have a word?
Again, go over and talk to her.
To meet
Let
thee,
her
Count.
exhaust her
I
communications.
am the witch Renna.
I'm really
I'd
bad
heard
with
tell
time.
of
I
a
said
tarnished
30 minutes.
talking
We are
about atop a spectral
currently at
steed,
37, just
and
under
on
38.
looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no, to call forth the spectral steed named Torrent.
Yep.
Ah,
You have gotten the
and
ability
I'd
to call
hoped
Torrents, so tell her
I
that.
was entrusted this for thee by Torrent's former
And
master.
this is a woman named Ronnie the Witch. She will be
To the
vital
bell
later on.
calling forth spirits, summon them with it. From the spirits will obey thine command, but breathe now it is thine to do.
Summoning spirits. She's going to go ahead and
Forgive
talk to her a
mine
little bit more.
intrusion, Tani. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
Okay, now she's going to go ahead and fade away. Now here, going to come back here, and I like to put them right here to begin with. I'm going to go ahead and grab those ashes we just got, put it on there. Now, before I call this an episode for the first time, I'm going to show you those ashes. What that means, what they are. See, I'm gonna come over here. Gonna make it day just for giggles. This is what it means when there's ashes. So we're gonna come down here. I'm gonna attack this guy because there's a weapon on there, just like that mace. It's over here too. But I'm gonna hit E down. I'm gonna summon wolves. Look, hey, we got a bunch of spectral wolves to help us fight. There we go. Pretty dangerous in the beginning. Gonna go ahead and jump up here, and there is another weapon in here. It's not one for us because we are a spellcaster, but it is a great sword. I suppose while we already have him out, might as well go kill a couple either so we don't waste the wolves. Oh, I'm out of mana. Where you at, boys? Go get it. I was gonna go attack him. Okay. Oh, there we go. Got him. Got some gauntlets that aren't gonna do us any good because we're not strong enough to use them. But okay. See, there we go. We're gonna go ahead and call that a wrap as episode 1. And went ahead. You saw the wolves. Just to recap, weapon-wise, we still have these. What I'm going to do is here before we go is I'm going to equip that torch we got just so you can see it. I'm going to go through and see so you can see the difference in see, torch makes it bright. Wave it around. Hey everybody! Gonna bring back the ship. Okay. More time. We got another. So we can use. It's not going to give us enough to level, but what it does is get us there. Now, just look and see. Went ahead and got Spectral Whistle, which allows us to summon Torrents, aka our mount. We got the Spectral Wolves, allows us to summon them. So, at that point, go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and bring that back, and I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. Wave to everybody. Hi, everybody. Okay. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and thank you for spending some time with me and watching my first Let's Play of Elden Ring for you guys. Have a good one.